I started my journalism when I was in high school. I was third year high school, and I was just 13 years old during that time. I was in high school in Tondo. I became the editor-in-chief of our newsletter. And then in college, I was also the staffer of our annual book. I studied in college at the Philippine College of Commerce, which is the forerunner of Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Okay, what else can I say? I attended the National Secondary Conference in Baguio City. That was way back in 1977. Okay, and then what else? I am 68 years old. Before I took teaching, I worked in several private companies, and then I went abroad in Saudi Arabia, and then I returned, and then because I was jobless then after my work in Saudi, so I took up units in teaching. That is why I was able to land in the teaching profession. I taught in college, and at North Sagaray College, and then at JPI. When I was teaching in college, I was also teaching at the same time sa JPI. Okay, all of you are graduate of JPI, right?
Ako lang po.
Ikaw lang ba?
Ano pong subject ng student ko sa college?
Saan?
College.
Sa college. I took up a Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in advertising. Okay. Why did I not take up journalism? Because I have already sufficient background when I was in high school in journalism. So, what is the nearest course in journalism is advertising. So, that was the course that I took up. And then, what else?
Diba sabi niyo po, you teach in college din po?
Ano?
Nagturo din po kayo sa college?
Yeah.
Ano pong course na tinuro niyo po?
Course or subject?
Subject po.
Subject, English and literature.
So all in line yung writing po.
They are all aligned in writing. Okay, let me just go back to the very interesting questions of Vince. And there is still, I would say, as extension of those answers I gave you.
Pag mga 40 taon na sa inyong profession, sabi niyo po bang madali yung pagsusulat?
Is that the number one question? Yes. Yes, I find it easy for me because that is where I have been trained. From since birth, I was already a reader. So you see, when you read, it will come. The time will come that you will be prodded to write also. What I mean is, pagka nagbabasa ka, you will not be satisfied with writing on with the reading only. It automatically you will be prodded to write. Ganoon. Para bang magkapatid sila, reading, write. For number one person, writing comes naturally from me, especially when I am inspired, because I am happy or lonely. That is normally the condition of any composer, whether you are a writer, artist, dancer, what else, painter. We derive on the conditions that we are under. Like for example, I read in a magazine this Dr. Lucrecia Casilag, Ari Pamilya. She was, patay na siya. She was the president of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, and she is a giant composer. I remember when she derived or get inspiration when she is extremely lonely or happy. She cited an example when her brother died. She was able to compose a symphony in 2 hours. It is not a joke to compose a symphony if you are a composer. I don't believe anyone can do that. But that was yun ang umano sa isip ko. She was able to compose a symphony in 2 hours.
Sa lahat ng sinulat ninyo, ano-ano yung mga pinakatumatakbo sa inyo? Pakipaliwanag po kayo ano yung naganap po doon.
Okay. Because I would say that I was born a writer. Okay, I'll read it. When I was young, I was tickled by colorful pictures that accompany the text or narrative I did not understand. Pagka nagbabasa kasi kung maliit ako, itong yung magaganda yung pictures, lalo na it's all about nature, no? Ayun, natitikil ako, hindi ko maintindihan. So I did my best to be good in English, dahil kasi gusto ko yung yung mga pictures, halimbawa animals, birds, flowers, and everything about nature. So I did my best to be good in English. So that is the story, and you can see that I love reading. It's so innate in me that I love reading.
Sir, paano niyo po ilalarawan sa amin yung mga unang taon niyo bilang isang professional na journalist?
Okay. Like any beginner, no, I also underwent failure. Failure in the sense that my articles are rejected by the publisher or by the editor. But I did not give up. Dahil kasi yung writing comes naturally from me. I cannot do it out reading and writing. So it comes naturally like a say parang bukal. So that's it.
Naging madali po ba yung pag-adjust ninyo mula sa traditional na media tungo sa modernong media katulad ng internet?
Okay, oo. I started writing, as I said, when I was 13 years old. No? And there was no computer yet. So when I wrote professionally sa Manila Times, sa Taliba, tapos sa Philippine Star, ang submission ng article noon is by means of written work on a bond paper. Kasi wala pang internet. Hindi kapares ngayon, ang ginagawa ko ngayon by email. Okay, ganoon
Next
So ayun, I did not give up writing. Hindi ako I was not weakened by rejected article. But when my first article was published by the editor, parang bumilib ako sa sarili ko, so I can make it, sabi ko sa sarili ko. So the next time I submitted an article through print. Okay, that was the time that I mentioned it on the covering letter that I wrote in this publication. So ang editor ng ganun ay impressed at writer talaga ako. Dahil kasi binanggit ko I am also writing ganun. So nai-impress. So the editor has an idea that this is a true writer.
Sir, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang po kayo, may mga pagkakataon bang naisip ninyong huminto sa pagsusulat nung nagsisimula pa lamang kayo? Kung mayroon po, paano nyo ito nalabanan at nagawang ipagpatuloy yung pagsusulat?
Okay, as I said, I did not surrender because reading and writing comes naturally from me. Dahil kasi I have stories to say or to write, so I never give up. And as my articles are published, the more I create more, the more I write, the more I compose. Ngayon ang mga karanasan kung saan naka-affect sa inyo ng masama ang pagiging journalist. No. If ever there are what you call negativities about my writing talent, that is the time that I will stop writing. But I will not stop.
Next po, ano po yung mga payo ninyo sa mga kabataan na tulad namin na nangangarap na maging isang journalist?
Okay. You just pursue. Okay, as I said a while ago, the foundation of writing is by means of reading. Because on my personal experiences, I watch over the writing style of the writer. How she come up with words, with ideas, and how the writer tailor-cut his article. This is what I mean. I know what is the profession of a writer. For example, I can see it sa text. For example, kung ang isang writer ay isang engineer, makikita mo yun sa terminologies. If he is a doctor, makikita mo rin sa terminology. So I can gauge or I can pinpoint the profession of the writer. You see, not all writers are journalists. There are writers who are doctors. There are writers who are engineers. Yung mga ganoon. Not all writers are journalists.
Paano niyo po ba nasasabi na isang story ay nakakapukaw sa interes na madla? Parang newsworthy.
Okay. This is very interesting. Kasi pagka ako nagsusulat, inaano ko muna yung reader ko. Halimbawa, ang reader ko ay mga mature readers. Kung iyan ay mga women, itutugma ko ron. For example, kung women yan, married or single, tinay-tailor cut ko yun about being a mother. Ganoon. Oo. So I can already sway. I can sway doon sa agos. Okay.
Parang knowing your audiences po can help writing efficiently. Knowing your audiences po, nakakatulong po yan sa pagsusulat ng maayos.
Oh. Dahil kasi ang taras ng aking writing is positivism. Okay, positivism. Okay, I can discuss something negative, but there is hugot. Halimbawa, I tackle about something bad. Tapos na re-reverse ko yun. ay in a manner na nandiyan ka, no, makakabawi ka. Gawin mo lang to, ganun.
Para pong motivate po.
Oo. I give inspiration to something bad and negative. I discussed that, yes, I discussed that, but I turn back the text into something positive. Dr. Jesus Menoy. That is a book wherein my article was reprinted, and then I reprinted that article as a newsletter.